Hello, thank you for watching Megan Tennell Yoga. I'm Megan Tennell, and in case you haven't already noticed, your body is not like anyone else's. So why do we expect to achieve the same results when practicing yoga? Comparing how we perform postures and their sensations is like comparing the pain of a paper cut. No doubt they suck. But some friends of mine would prefer a paper cut to stepping on a Lego. How do you decide what's worse? So don't worry about how your practice should feel and just pay attention to how it actually does. If it hurts, don't do it. Try to identify the difference between good feels like tension, lengthening, strengthening versus pain and severe discomfort. I can't feel that for you. I can't interpret it for you. I can't even explain it for you. So only you can do that. So be aware of what you are experiencing. Today we will be doing toe pose. So a block or a chair may help you in your practice today. So if that's something you think you might need, go ahead and grab your prop, and when you are ready, come meet me on your mat. So we will begin seated nice and tall, and stack your shoulders above your hips. Allow your chin to lower down ever so slightly to lengthen the back of the neck. And gently draw the belly up and in. And allow your attention to be on your breath. As you inhale, fill the whole bottom layer, mid layer, and top layer. Exhale from the top down. Allow yourself to let go of everything that has brought you here, and acknowledge that you are committing to yourself for the next 50 minutes. If another thought like a to-do list or a memory creeps into your mind, say thank you for the thought. And then return your attention to the breath and your practice. One more big inhale. And open mouth sigh. Gently come forward onto your hands and knees, stacking your shoulders over your wrists, knees underneath the hips. Oh, and I'm looking at the wrong side of the class. Press down into the palms and inhale, pull the heart forward, shoulders back and down. Exhale, tuck and round like an angry cat. I can say that because my doggos aren't here. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, press the shoulders high to the sky. Draw the chin and pelvis toward each other. One more here. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, round. Layer on the right leg, and as you inhale, keep the knee bent, foot flexed, and press the heel up towards the sky. Exhale, knee to chest, round the spine to create the space. Inhale, foot flexed, heart forward, press up and away. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, lift. Exhale, knee to chest. Layer on the left hand. Keep the foot flexed, pressed up to the sky. Reach the left arm up and out. Exhale, tuck and round. 2 more. If you need to put down your hand or your foot, it's entirely okay. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. Continue to pull the heart forward. Limbs to the floor. Switch sides, just the left leg, foot flexed, knee bent, heart forward. Oh, I'm feeling it on that side. Exhale, knee to chest. 3 more with the breath. Inhale, open, flex, push. I get asked a lot of times when individuals are in the class what they should be feeling. Now, that is unique to every individual's body. Some of you may feel this in the quads and the upper back, maybe the neck. Today, I am definitely feeling it in the glute and the inner thigh. So it just depends on where the body is sensitive, where we have mobility, where we are likely to experience tension. 1 more, tuck and round. This time layer on the right hand if available, keeping that back foot flexed, heel high, open the heart. Exhale, connect and round. 2 more. It's very tempting to want to lengthen that left leg, so let the challenge be on keeping that knee bent as you extend. It is quite unfamiliar. Lift. Limbs to the floor. Let the hips tick-tock from side to side. Imagine the femoral head of your thigh bone trying to push out and away from the hips. Tuck in your toes and gently set your sit bones on top of the heels. I invite you to stack your shoulders above your hips. For some people, this full hero pose can have a lot of tension in the foot. Again, that's expected, but if it's creating any pain in the body, you can bring your hands down to the floor and you be in charge of how much weight comes into the heels. A lot of the times we put the pressure directly into the ball of the foot, widen the heels, just a smidge to try to get equal pressure between the big toes and the pinkies. If you are seated tall on top of the heels, inhale, reach up to the sky. Exhale, press the palms down and away. Interlace your fingers behind your sit bones. And inhale, lift the chest as you draw the knuckles down. 1 full breath here. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center, drawing the shoulders down out of the ears. Walk back forward onto the hands and knees, relieving the pressure from the toes. Flatten your feet. Actually, not flatten, that's the wrong word. Curl the toes inward. So let me bring my feet up to the camera. So instead of having the foot flexed here, we want to try to bring the toes in and under. This will have a lot more sensation from every body. Don't care how much you felt on the other side, this one will give you more. Same idea at your own discretion, at your own tolerance for tension rolling through the feet. Gently press the hips back to your degree and widen the heels to have equal pressure across the top of the foot. And even though we're not moving, we are not really exerting ourselves with any action, this can create a lot of heat, this can create heavy breathing. So continue to keep your mind on the breath and maintain that control. Gently release. Let the feet flatten, returning to tabletop pose, stacking the shoulders above the wrists. Inhale, reach the right arm high, opening your heart to the right side of the room. Exhale, eye of the needle. Slide the right arm across the left. Many individuals shift their hand down towards their knees. No. Keep it level with the back of the left wrist as you lower the shoulder down to the earth. Press your hips forward a smidge so that way you create length through the neck before placing your temple on the floor. There's a couple variations you may explore in this posture. If you would like to go a little deeper, reach the left arm up overhead, covering your ear with your bicep and coming onto your fingertips like a spider. If you would like to go deeper still, reach the left arm high to the sky and then handcuff your left arm behind your back, maybe finding the right thigh. Notice how difficult the breath may feel, but be mindful that it is still there. Wherever you're at, 2 more deep breaths. And on the 3rd inhale, coming together, placing the palm of the left hand underneath the shoulder. Pause on the exhale. Inhale, press back up to tabletop. Let the shoulders rock side to side, gain a little mobility, maybe cat-cow. Arching around, wag the tail, lengthen the ribs, entirely up to you. Left arm, inhale, reaching up to the sky, nice deep twist. Exhale, thread the needle, palm facing up, sliding across the right arm. Lower your shoulder to the earth, press the hips about an inch. Temple on the floor. Be mindful this side will feel different. Don't go straight back to your handcuff. Take a moment here to let the breathing adjust to this side of the body. Maybe reach up overhead first. And if you like, you may extend your arm up to the sky and bend the elbow, maybe finding the left thigh. Two more breaths, doing exactly what you like. On the 3rd inhale, if your hand has moved, return it underneath the shoulder. Next inhale, everyone together, return to tabletop. Rock the shoulders, maybe cat-cow. Do what you need to do to readjust your body. Square your shoulders back above the wrists. Inhale, pull the heart forward, shoulders back, and press the right leg up and away. Foot flexed. Hold here and maybe reach the left arm up forward. Up and around, turning the thumb down to hold on to the top of the right foot. Toes now pointed to the sky. Press into the top of the foot to try to extend the back bend. One more deep breath. Exhale, release. Roll the shoulders, tick-tock once again, finding comfort and a little softness in the body. Inhale, lift the left leg up and back. Layer on the right hand. And maybe rainbow up and around, thumb facing down. Point the toes to find the top of the foot. Press the foot into the hand to create extension here. One more deep breath. Exhale, release. Woo. Tuck in the toes and push up and back into downward dog. Tick-tock the hips from side to side. Maybe lift and lower alternate heels. Press down into the front of the palms. Let the head be heavy. Shake it no. Inhale, reach the right leg up and back. Exhale, step your foot between the hands. Lower the back knee down. Flatten the toes. Inhale, push back, half split. Exhale, lunge forward. Yes, you guys, yoga instructors get sore too. 2 more with the breath. Oh my goodness. You can practice every day, but if you do one thing that's out of routine, it can transform your body completely. That's why exploring new things is so good. Inhale back. Some of you are probably like, girl, I'm not feeling anything. Why are you crying? Ask Margot Dunham why I'm crying. She knows. Exhale, stack your knee on top of the ankle. Tuck in the back toes and inhale, lift the back knee off of the floor. Press the left hand into the earth and inhale, right arm high, twist. Another deep breath in and push through that front leg. Try to lift the hips even higher, full of energy. Exhale, right hand to the floor and step back into plank. Inhale, pause. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, baby cobra, rolling the heart forward, shoulders back and down, tucking your chin. Exhale, release. Tucking your toes and push up and back into downward dog. Inhale, reach the left leg up and back. Exhale, step your foot between your hands. Lower the back knee down. Oh my goodness. Woo, flatten the toes, inhale, push back, half split. If you do not know what a jumping sumo squat is, look it up. Maybe try it. Drop a comment after doing some. Let me know how they feel for your body. Inhale back. Exhale, lunge. One more. Inhale. Exhale, stack the knee on top of the ankle. Tuck in the back toes. Lift the back knee off the floor. Press the right hand firm into the earth and inhale. Left arm high. Push through the shoulder. Everything trying to lengthen, lift away from the floor. Exhale, left hand down. And step back into plank. Inhale. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra. Release. Tuck in the toes. And exhale, push up and back into downward dog. Again, press down into the front of the palms as if you're trying to slide your yoga mat away from the toes. Push the heels down toward the floor. It is okay if they do not touch. And press the hips up and back. Inhale, reach the right leg up and back. Exhale, step your foot between your hands. Keep the hips square, back heel off the floor. Inhale, press and rise into crescent. A lot of instructors cue to press the back heel down towards the floor. That is okay to create more tension through the hamstrings, and even while you're pressing down into the heel, you do want energy moving forward. So if it's a little too overwhelming for the brain to be pushing through the heel but coming forward to the top of the hips and squaring, just press that heel nice and far. Focus on the quad and the hips being square. Reach your arms up overhead. Big breath in. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, reach. Exhale, drop the back heel into the floor. Open your hips to the left, coming into warrior two. Inhale, front arm high, back arm low. Exhale, fold, stacking your elbow on top. If you can, get your elbow to your thigh, I invite you to do so. Here's my modification. Feel free to join me. Reach the left arm up overhead. Exhale, warrior two. One more. Exhale, fold as far as you can go. This is my fold. That is okay. I'm fine with it. And reach up overhead. This is about length anyway. It's not about how far you fold. Exhale, warrior two. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, wheel down into plank. Actually, just kidding. Well, actually, I committed, I said plank. So, plank. Exhale, push up and back into downward dog. Inhale, reach the right leg, same leg, up and back. Exhale, knee to chest. Swivel your ankle over to the left. Lay the shin bone onto the floor. Back knee down. Flatten the toes. Into pigeon. Take a nice deep breath in. And softening sigh. I invite you to lower down onto the forearms if it is available to you today. Or maybe if you have your chair, you can place your arms on the seat. Allow yourself to begin to let go of the tension that you're carrying within the body. There's two different types of tension. There's tension within the body that's created from effort, and there's tension that is simply created through the yoga posture, even within ease, by lengthening through the body. So invite the idea of allowing yourself to become completely soft, let go of tension you are creating, and allow what happens naturally to be there. Really getting the shin bone in front of the belly is super important right now, because coming into our peak pose of the day, this figure four shape is going to be called upon us once again. Your shin bone does not have to be perfectly parallel to the top of the mat, but if we are accustomed to having the heel tucked all the way into the pelvis, maybe invite just a wee extension and try to press the hip forward. Always invite the idea of growth in your practice, both physically and mentally. I was one to allow the fear of tension to prevent me from pushing myself a little further forward, and that is valid. Again, I think I've said this before, pain is not normal in yoga. If someone says, oh yes, that's normal, that's expected. Oh, you got hurt in yoga, yeah, that's fine. No, it is a practice of taking care of your body. So even though I did invite you to try to push yourself a little further, you need to be aware of your own limits. Take one more deep breath here. And open mouth sigh. Come onto your hands. Tuck in the back toes. Lift the back knee off of the floor. Step back to your hands and knees. Knees wide, toes together, and push back into child's pose. Oh my goodness. Yes, everyone, take note. Jumping sumo squats will do in your yoga teacher. Check out my modification. If you're super tight and tense from all the extra walking and fun activities from your 3-day weekend, place a block or a bolster underneath your hips, so that way gravity cannot take you further than your body wants to go. Take a deep breath here and softening sigh. Inhale, pull the heart forward. Tuck in the toes and push up and back into downward dog. Inhale, reach the left leg up and back. Exhale, step your foot between your hands. Keep the hips square, back heel off the floor, and press and rise into crescent. Encourage the hips to be square with the front of the room. Sometimes we have a little bit of opening to the back of the room. Press that back hip forward. Feel the hip crease deepen in the front leg. Reaching up to the sky. Big breath in. Exhale, open the heart, cactus. Inhale, reach. Exhale, open. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, drop the back heel down, opening the hips to the right edge of the mat. Warrior 2. Inhale, front arm high. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up overhead. Exhale, warrior 2. Once more, inhale, front arm high. Exhale, fold, placing the elbow or your palm on the thigh. Inhale, reach up overhead. You can still rainbow the chest no matter how high up you are. Exhale, warrior 2. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, wheel down into a lunge. Mixing it up. This is what my intention was last time around. And teeter-totter the left foot over to the right. Lower the shin bone to the earth. Lower the back knee down. Flatten the toes. Allow the knee and the heels to adjust as needed to find a balance of effort to knees. Take a deep breath in. And release something within the body. I invite you to come down onto the forearms. Do not expect this side of the body to perform the same as the other. But again, I do invite you to explore a little bit more distance, a little bit more of an extension or a push, wherever it is available to you in the body. And it's most of the time in this posture, or a couple of the other postures that we like to spend a little bit more time in to really get the full benefit of the stretch, our mind can begin to wander. We can begin to think of all the things that we need to do after class, all the things that we think we should have done before class. Let it all go. Let every distraction be a step of the practice. It's not just about what is trying to pull you away and what you get done. It's about your return of your mindset to what you are currently doing. Focus all your attention on the breath and how the sensation of the body is affected by that breath. One more deep breath in. And softening sigh. Gently press your hands into the floor if they are not already. Tuck in the back toes. Lift the back knee off of the floor and step back to your knees. Knees wide, toes together. Prop if you need it. And press back into child's pose. And if you are someone who regularly uses a prop, maybe explore lowering it or trying without it. Again, that invitation of trying to deepen your practice. Maybe try something new, something a little bit more deep. On your next inhale, gently pull your heart forward between your elbows. Tuck in your toes and push up and back into downward dog. Take a nice deep breath in here, filling the full roundness of the rib cage. And open. Inhale, look between your hands. Exhale, bend your knees. And step forward on empty. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Roll the shoulders down and back, open the arms, and pause. It has been quite some time since we've been standing tall in mountain pose. Follow the breath moving from the bottom of the pelvis through the waistline into the upper chest. And feel that energy, that flutterness push down as you exhale. Inhale, reach both arms up and your right leg, pressing the knee out away from the body, bringing the inner side of the foot into the inner thigh. You may absolutely use your hand to pull the heel up into the pelvis. Press the heel firmly into the earth. Try to find equal pressure, pushing into the thigh as you are pushing down into the earth. It is okay if your foot does not make it this high, but avoid the knee completely. If this is your area, come right below the knee. If balance is being a little wishy-washy today, you can use your chair for balance or put the ball of the foot onto the earth. Even though tree pose is intended to be a balancing pose, it is more so an effort to externally rotate the thigh around and back behind the room and invite pressing the knee back and away to open the hips. And that can be done no matter where your foot is placed. Push down into the big toe that's rooted into the floor. Focus your energy on that for balance. Do whatever you would like, or whatever you feel you need with the hands to maintain balance. Continue to push firm into the thigh, no matter where, well, not the thigh, through the heel, into the leg, wherever you're at. One more deep breath here. Gently release the foot. Place it on top of the thigh, above the knee, making the number 4. Flex the foot as if it's pushing a wall away. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, press back into chair. Draw the belly up and in ever so slightly. Press the tailbone down to the floor. Exhale, fold your hands to the chair or to the earth. Rock off of the back heel, coming onto the toes. Bend the knee more deeply and place your sit bones on top of the heel. Your hands can remain in front of you, or you can bring them to your sides to allow an exploration in balance here. Toe pose can be extremely taxing for that grounded foot, so you can still explore it with both feet perched on the floor if you need to. For balance, I have my trusty little block here, placing it on the elevated leg side. Other hand can be used to explore balance. Keep this upper foot flexed and maybe release your hands. Rest is always available to you if you need it. Let's explore for maybe a couple more breaths. I know it's a lot for that foot. Coming out of it, slide the top leg off, both feet in the floor, knees to the ground, hands down, feet flat. It's up to you if you would like to remain on your hands and knees, or maybe sit down on your feet with them flat to get enough or more pressure into the top of the foot this way to try to counter. Maybe wiggle, maybe tap, maybe roll. It's entirely up to you. And when you are ready, tuck in your toes. Maybe noticing one foot is a little bit more receptive to the idea of tucking back in, and press the hips up and back into downward dog. Inhale, look between your hands. Exhale, bend your knees and step forward on empty. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Do not allow yourself to be intimidated about what we just did. Allow the door to be open to explore it on the other side. It can be completely different. You may even nail it, who knows. Reach both arms up and your left leg, pressing the inner sole of the left foot into the thigh or the shin bone, or maybe the ball of the foot is balancing your body by pushing into the floor as well as just above the ankle. Do whatever you got to do with your hands to maintain balance. Hold your chair, hold a wall, let them move like cattails. But once you've found your balance and you feel stable, invite the idea of this knee pushing away and back to open the hips. Gently move the foot to the top of the thigh. Keep it flexed as if it is still pushed up against the body. Reach both arms up to the sky and exhale. Press the hips out and back. Draw the belly up and in. Exhale, fold, bringing the hands down to the earth or your chair so you can shift your weight into your hands. Grounded heel off of the floor, sit bone to the grounded heel. Whatever your balancing prop is, have it nearby the side of the body that is floating. That way you can use it like a little kickstand. Press this figure four knee down and away from the chest. It's very easy for it to want to come into your heart, which will cause you to fall over towards the grounded side. Continue to try to find this balance throughout the body. Sit tall. There's a lot to be thinking about right now, but allow yourself to maybe focus on the breath. Couple more deep breaths here. Exhale, hands to the earth. Slide the foot off of the the thigh. Woo! Coming onto your knees, release the toes. Maybe flatten the feet and sit down on top of them, deepening the lengthening to counter the toe pose. Maybe roll the ankles, tap the feet. And let's not tuck in the toes again to go into downward dog. Shift your feet over to one side of the body so you can sit down onto the earth. Bring your feet around in front of you and straighten the legs. Give yourself a little wiggle, melting the sit bones into the earth. Let the toes curl back, maybe noticing how much softer that feels instead of all the weight of your body making that happen. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Turn the palms up to the sky, chin toward the chest. Let the body be round and heavy. Inhale, roll up, allowing your head to be the last to rise. Bend the knees into your chest, feet on the floor, hands behind the sit bones, and gently lay down on your back. Press your low back into the earth. Soften your neck and jaw. Widen your knees to be hip-width apart. Teeter-totter the feet to be the same width as the knees, with the toes turned ever so slightly outward towards the top corners of your mat. Press your palms down into the floor and inhale, squeeze the glutes and quads and lift your hips up to the sky, pressing through the toes. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Straighten the left leg, heel to the floor. Float the right leg up into a tabletop position and reach your arms out to your sides like a letter T, palms facing up to the sky. Exhale, gently allow your right knee to shift over toward the left. Soften your neck and jaw, and allow your tongue to rest gently behind your teeth. On your next inhale, bend both knees in towards your chest. Draw the belly in and like a cannonball, roll back to center. Straighten the right leg. Left leg into a tabletop position. And exhale. Shift your knee over to the right. One more deep breath in and softening sigh. Inhale, bend your knees into your chest and gently roll back to center. Wrap your arms around your shins, giving yourself a hug. Maybe go deeper into happy baby. When you are ready, gently release your legs and extend them onto the floor. Let the toes turn away from the center, widening the hips like in tree pose. Let your arms rest down nearish your sides, palms facing up. Taking a deep inhale. And open mouth, sigh. Give yourself permission to remain here in stillness. You have committed to 50 minutes of self-care, and your time is not yet up. Begin to deepen your breath. And start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Slowly roll over to your preferred side and pause there for a moment. Leave your head heavy as you push your hands into the floor and come up to a comfortable seated position. And bring your hands folded in towards your heart center and bow your chin in towards your chest. And take a moment to reflect on today's practice. Please join me for one final inhale and open mouth sigh. Thank you so much for watching. From my heart to yours. Namaste.